shit. A real fucking icebox.
By our powers combined, we give you the Galactic Family Podcast.
Hello, my name is Nick Pope, formerly from the British UFO Desk, and you're listening to the Galactic Family Podcast.
Hey, how's everyone doing in the Galactic Family Podcast world today? So I'm Jay, retired U.S. Army Sergeant, Bronze Star recipient, and the founder of the Galactic Family Podcast, where disclosure meets consciousness and the questions nobody else will touch finally get asked. And beside me,
I'm
this
George.
way is my co-host George.
I'm George. I'm a loose collection of microcellular organisms working in a symbiotic relationship to experience existence, whatever that is. So yeah, I'm based in the UK, and I'm co-host here on the Galactic Family Podcast. Welcome.
And what we bring you is scientists, consciousness researchers, whistleblowers, experiencers, engineers, investigators, and truth seekers. Welcome to your new home, the Galactic Family. We need a little drum roll at the end there.
So Mr. Cooper Brandon is AFK. He's not around. We're not sure what's going on. Hopefully, if he might come in during the show, he might not. So me and Jason decided just like instead of keeping everyone hanging on, we're just going to go live and have a conversation about what's new, what's happening in the UFO community at large. We've got a few topics to talk about. Maybe hint on some psionic telepathy stuff that I've been musing over recently.
Yes, definitely, George. And we also wanted to get into the more controversial subject of this episode will be about what disclosure means to people and how they can better equip themselves and better understand disclosure as a whole. Because going through all these different people, different angles, different ways of getting information, it can get construed along the way, meaning that it didn't come from the original person like this. It was edited and adjusted to say and mean what it meant, what they meant it to go.
Yeah, I think a very topical, nascent point on that particular issue is, I believe, that the United States President, Mr. Trump, is suing the British Broadcasting Corporation for editing a speech that he gave and not showing the whole context. So micro-editing sound bites and then piecing together to make it sound like a different thing than you've actually said. So one of the things I'm reminded of is, and this has come up recently, that D'Artagnan and the Three Musketeers, one for all and all for one, which is weirdly the motto of Switzerland. But in that story, the evil Cardinal Richelieu is the antagonist. But Cardinal Richelieu is actually was a historical character. And one of his quotes is, "Give me 6 lines from any honest man and I will find him guilty." And that's exactly what we mean when we edit something and we take out of context and we don't give the full background on what we're doing. We just give an opinion. So as a podcast, I think, Jay, you'd agree with me that we are more unifying as a force as opposed to divisive as a force.
Yes, I would agree with you 150%, because even even if I disagree with 1% or 2% of what you're putting out, the 98% is still factually based. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree. We'll have our disagreements.
Yeah.
No problem there.
I mean, like I'll be brave. I'll be brave, and I'll just say, another group on YouTube has come out just calling Mr. Luis Elizondo a disinformation agent. Like everything he said is just to stymie or stop disclosure. I don't necessarily agree with that personally. I think the individual has put his family as well as himself, putting his head above the parapet. Yeah, he worked for I think it's Arrow, the all aerial, thing, and ATIP before that, I think. And
Arrow is the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office.
Yeah, and then I think ATIP was before that, maybe, or after. Anyway, it's by the by. The fact is that, yeah, within the human intelligence capabilities, you will have counterintelligence.
Mm-hmm.
It's a role. It doesn't mean to say that you're conducting a massive psychological operation on the population. He's recently been featured quite heavily in Dan Farrow's Age of Disclosure. And the Age of Disclosure documentary film by Dan Farrow, you can pick holes in it like anybody can. I personally handed it to people who are not that interested in the UFO UAP topic, and they've been shocked. They've been like, wow, I didn't realize any of this was taking place. I've not heard the term biologics, David Grush. We're picking on Lewis for making a couple of mistakes, which have been pretty bad, I admit. When he came out and he waved a bit of paper and said, what about this? And it was turned out to be an innocent agricultural feature. Are we really going to string the guy up for that? Or are we going to peel away the onion skin of like what he's not saying versus what he's saying? But he can't say what he can't say because of his security clearances. And if people can't wrap their head around that, then they've got a problem. Now, I think, sorry, I'm a bit of a monologue rant.
No, you're fine, George. You're fine. But I just wanted to intersect there.
I'm chewing a bit today. I'm chewing a bit.
I know. I just want to intersect though with. It doesn't always matter whether or not you have and currently hold a security clearance, that you still have to abide by an NDA. Key example, okay, myself, okay. I will not say I was in any black hat program because it was all good that I was in. It was oversight and everything, but it was a white hat project that I was in Iraq, oversight and everything. But I tried to get permission, do the right thing, go through I saw a bunch of people come out and they said, go to the pre-publications and review office. They're the ones that will allow you to speak on stuff that you have done. And I said, okay, well, that's the right path to go. That's what I thought. So I was like, okay, so then I'll try that. I don't hold a security clearance anymore. I'm retired from the Army, and it's been almost 20 years since I was in that program in Iraq. And I go to them and I say, can I talk about this on a podcast? And they come back with, right there, they say, Mr. Albertson, I understand from our admin staff that I said what I wanted to talk about. Generally speaking, programs such as the one you worked on are considered so sensitive national security, you're not permitted to discuss anything about it to anyone not read on. And it's a lifelong obligation. Yeah. Okay. So if you have two individuals, or you have Lou that comes out.
Yeah. Oh, can I just backtrack a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
The reason for that is actual national security and foreign interests wanting access to that data.
Yes, if I was around something that, like, somebody overheard something in the program or something else happened. I was around documents, files, something like that. Yeah, it would make sense. You would want to say, oh, well, maybe because this program was so close to the other one or something, we can't let him talk about nothing. It adds up.
What is the miasma with I mean, like, I get hide, like you can hide anything behind national security, you can, but at some point it's there for a reason. And I think with Lewis, he has to skirt around things in such a way. And I think he's clever enough to allude to things without, maybe by using innuendo, gesticulation, tonality, body language.
Yeah.
Where you get an imprint of maybe what he means, but he literally can't come out and say it. But I think to kind of like, from what another channel has done, saying Mr. Elizondo is a disinformation agent, and you put that front and center on your thumbnail, and you're putting a comment about people will hate you for this video, then what you're looking for is clickbait. You're starting a divisive argument for zero reason. You're starting a divisive argument. It's not unifying people. It's not bringing people together going, look, okay, the guy's got some valid points. You're not even looking at that. You're going, well, it's all disinformation. I don't believe that for 1 minute. I think it's more jealousy that you're not on Dan Farrow's latest podcast, or you're not on the latest documentary.
It's like, I've been interviewed by people before, and that's what they don't like, is that, oh, you can't talk about that. So they dig into it, and you're like, and I'm like, no, I was in Iraq from 2006 to 2007. I did a 15-month deployment, and I worked on a white hat program. That is probably as much as I could say. That's it.
Sure, yeah, and it's people's lives out there, right?
Yeah, and also it's around the sensitive things that you were around. Like I said, I might not even be privy to what I was around or what I saw or even noticed that it was sensitive, but it is. I was around it. But besides that point, we were just getting into it because you have a family too. Okay.
Yeah.
You've got people that you have depending on you. Lou has a family. Okay. If the government says you signed this yourself, this is your signature. You read it. You had a chance to read it. You signed it. You know what this said. Mm-hmm. You can't talk about this, and this.
Yeah.
And he's going to say, Roger, because they will ruin them.
If you do, I believe you're in transgression of the espionage laws.
Yeah.
Which is, like if you look at the list of what could happen to you, ultimately in the United States, I think you can even be unalived, if that's a phrase, for treason. It's still legal. It's still legal to do that. So they can legally wipe you out for transgressing your legal obligations. If you've got that hanging over you and you're in a family, it made me a bit angry that somebody's going for clickbait controversy and, either famous or infamous, it doesn't really matter. But the conversation within the communities, disparate groups, seems to be getting more politically cliqued, and more divisive as the days go past. We as humans, we like putting things in categories, right? So, one is the nuts and bolts crew. Nuts and bolts, I want the physical UFO, physical biologics, and that's what it's going to take. Understanding the physics of space-time manipulation and warp drives, if you want to call it gravimetrics. And then on the other side, you kind of got like the other group, which is these things operate on a spiritual conscious level. And I think our role at Galactic Family and our kind of people that we're connected with are more kind of like, well, we can welcome everybody from, like, we can take all angles. It's okay. I may not understand the far woo-woo, and I may not understand the far science nuts and bolts. What I do understand is that everybody has wish to have transparency and things. I think that's where the problem is.
And everybody has to understand that people have outside lives. Like, okay, we were supposed to be interviewing, Brandon Cooper right now for, Monster Quest. He's a shaman, 30 years for, Cherokee, trained with the Cherokee Nation. And he had family affairs that came up and he just was not able to make it again. Are we going to fault him for his family affairs that he had no fault in whatsoever? Like, no.
We're going to be like, I think part of the human and humane condition is to be sympathetic to other humans like us.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're not going to go, oh, but burn somebody, metaphorically. We're not going to burn a legend on live on. Might burn my own.
Well, Mr. Miyagi will sure see to the fact that he's the guard kitty on the show. So
yeah, if I get attacked by my cat, it's part of the ninja training. Yeah, so I think kind of like we could do a really long segment on controversy and divisiveness within the field and topic that we're interested in, instead of focusing on having a solidified front pushing for disclosure at all levels of administrative networks such as Congress, Senate, UK Parliament, French Parliament, Belgian Parliament. It's like if we could coalesce and be a cohesive force from public, private, and government levels working together, I think that's positive. But when I see a clickbaity thing saying I'm going to get hated for this video, and then it's disinformation agent, like, you're pointing fingers, dude. You don't want to point fingers to people like Lewis, right? I'm sure a couple of phone calls. Well, how much heat do you want?
Oh, I'm telling you, George, we've got a lot of heat, especially like not us in general, but just in the UFO field. A lot of people have gotten heat, and out of the blue, it's like, oh my God, now this person's a disinformation agent. What does that even mean? Okay, you're given information that's false, and is it you're a disinformation agent if you knowingly share false information? So if they don't know they're sharing false information, are they still a disinformation agent?
You can only go from what you know, from what information you're given. And if you're relying on that information to be accurate, 100% correct and factual, if some of it slipped in, which is disinformation or unfactual or not factual.
No, this isn't a Christian. This isn't a Christian channel. However, we don't go into the religions so much.
It's endorsed by all faiths. We're omniscient.
Yeah, because somebody, Nanny Loves Them, is here, and they want to know what the channel beliefs are.
I think beliefs can be dangerous. People stick to their beliefs, and anybody who argues with their beliefs, you can get into serious problems. I think that the reality of belief is that being able to float other ideas, being able to see from a different perspective or angle is different things. Nanny Loves Them. It's okay. We're just here to discuss UFOs, UAP, non-judgmental. Don't come from any left-wing, right-wing viewpoint. We're just in the middle, kind of trying to figure stuff out and look at this kind of arena. So we come from, aliens could be demons. They could be, but that may be an old word for them, but we don't know. So we discuss, everything's on the table, basically.
Fallen angel perspective. What are you talking about? Like fallen angel, like which one? Gabriel?
The morning star. Luciferianism. Very strange. Yeah, I think kind of there's many parameters to the UFO UAP topic. I think a lot of us are focused on 2026 and not scripture and historical records, of which there seems to be a lot of evidence in history from multiple cultures around the planet of things streaking through the sky, gods coming down, gifting information and knowledge, and then disappearing again.
Well, if I can interject, George.
Yeah.
So I looked it up, and it says as far as if he wanted to talk about the whole. Oh, here we go. Hold on. The whole mermaid siren thing too. How they survived the flood. Oh, that's that's an interesting one. Okay, so you have let's talk about that. Okay, I got an interesting theory for you about that. So
Okay,
mermaids and sirens and stuff, how they survived the flood, right? If you go to the deepest parts in the world, the Marianas Trench, places like that, you fish there, you will still fish and you will still pull up prehistoric fish that have supposedly died out millions of years ago. And you're bringing up this fish like it's yesterday, like, oh my God. So imagine now you have the earth, you have the water on the earth, right? Around the earth. Now, also, they also have said that there is more water inside of the earth. There's a pocket inside the earth filled with water. Okay. Big pocket of water underneath the crust of the earth. Yeah. And there's more water in that pocket than all the oceans combined on the outside of the planet. So if it just if the crust of the earth shifts around just enough, there could be openings, and those biblical or mythological creatures that we thought were extinct are now coming back up into the surface through these cracks.
Journey to the center of the earth, that kind of stuff.
Shambhala,
hidden lands deep within the Antarctic region. I think the thing is, and just to scroll back up, Whistling Mike.
I welcome flat earthers here too. Anyone's welcome here. Just FYI, he's a flat earther. You're welcome. Flat earthers, whatever. It doesn't matter because, it's science. You got your own theories and stuff. I'd like to hear them.
Whistling Mike types, Bigfoots don't mix with UAP and so on, different views. Yeah, people are quite, just on that point, people can be very tunnel focused on their beliefs. So Bigfoot can't possibly be anything to do with UFOs. And then you listen to yourself going, well, have you ever encountered a Bigfoot and have you ever encountered a UFO? And if you haven't, both of them, how can you definitely say that they're not related in some way? So being a skeptic is good, like keeping an eye out for obvious hoaxes, if it's possible, is good. I think also sitting on the fence a little bit and going, maybe both is right, maybe no one's right. Maybe this is true, maybe that's not true. True or false, who knows? But yeah, I mean, they're mutually, cryptozoology, cryptids, and the UAP UFO phenomena. Where is the intersection of that? Where does it collide?
It's a good way to think about it. Like, okay, I think it all connects together. It has to. It has to all mean something. Okay. Flat earthers, this, that. We all got our information from somewhere. Okay. And regardless of where it came from somewhere. Yeah. So there is some truth to it. Just we have to research as being researchers ourselves and find out and dig deep into it.
It's impossible to see the whole tapestry of how everything. This is the second portion I wanted to get into, Jay, is the I think it was Pavel on the excellent Psychoactivo. Was it an airman Nuticelli who was on Sol Foundation?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll have to get the name correct, and forgive my presumably Italian American pronunciation. Nuticelli. Quite a tricky surname. He basically said that the tagline was that reality is classified. Why? Okay, let's float with that for a sec. Why do you think, Jay, if you're going to if you classified reality, that means to keep it secret from general population. Is that a goal, or is that a protective measure?
Could be both.
Mm.
Could be both. Your goal is to protect, but not only the information, the public, and sometimes from themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the hard part.
Yeah, I think real reality, if we peel back, like if you, this is a question I put to you earlier, I think, like if you peeled back the final onion skin to like you're at the core, you peel back the final layer, but you know by doing so that you can't your brain can't physically handle the totality of everything, of reality. Would you still peel back that last layer knowing that your brain can't handle it? I think some people might do, because they're like batshit crazy. I think kind of like truth seekers are out there looking for the truth, and I think maybe, you know, the technology is so advanced, so mind-numbingly dangerous, that general population may not, or maybe shouldn't have access to it. Maybe that's my own kind of like you know, my own filter, but it's just like, you know, 1950s, the Jetsons cartoon with the family with the dog going through space. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like the cartoon, the Jetsons. I like the cartoon. The reality is, would you want something as powerful as a UFO in a regular, you know, there'd have to be some level of education there to say, you know, like this thing could take out a star, right? It has more energy. You know, when we look at these videos, and in the Age of Disclosure documentary, it says, you know, we looked at this transmedium vehicle going from air into the water with no wake and then back out, and guy did like the speed it was going. There was a calculation on how much energy would be required to do that without leaving a wake behind it, and it's a fair amount of energy.
It was more energy than the entire Earth combined into one energy shot.
Yeah, there's more energy in a 1 centimeter cube of space than vast amounts of nuclear power stations. And yeah, I just think on that topic of like releasing information, maybe that's why it's so ramped up secure wise, because the reality of real reality is so mind-numbingly interconnected in some way that the brain can't handle that. Yeah, there's the woo-woo crowd, the nuts and bolts crowd, everything in between, and yet more that we haven't even discussed.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I want to bring this up here because there's a couple things on X that are out. That let me see if I make this a little bit bigger here. No, not that way. Where am I going with it? There we go. See, I'll make this a little bit bigger here for you guys. Probably not going to be too much bigger, but no, well, I guess that'll work for now. All right, let me see if this works here.
A video of UFO Mania remembering the viral video of the metallic humanoid creature looking down from clouds in Utah. Yeah, there wasn't there a guy flying, or a humanoid flying, zipping past airplanes and stuff.
Yeah, let's play this real quick, George, and we'll get into it. Seems to be slowed down.
What is going on? You see that? Oh my God.
I don't know.
Video recording.
What do you think about that one, George?
I'm kind of half aware of humanoids floating around in the sky, like a couple of years back. That particular video, certainly, is it a composite? I don't know the source, but on just my instinct, if you want my instinct, is that it looks pretty realistic from the cloud formation. Whether that is the actual original audio or a dubbed audio from another event. Wow, look at that. And then the crowd goes, eh, like that. So the context, I'd have to do more research on, Utah and a humanoid creature looking down. Is that the only camera? Is there more? Is it a hologram? Is it a projection? Or is it an actual humanoid standing in a cloud? Not unheard of.
Yeah.
In the law. Just to point out, my dad was a captain and used a sextant to navigate the oceans, not using a fisheye lens, but what's called a sextant, SEXTANT. And the only way you can use that device is on a globular style structure with the mathematics. But that's just me. I think if you want to fall off the edge or there's an edge to the planet, then that's fine. I don't recommend you go and find it. The stuff in Antarctica is interesting with the wall, though, like that conspiracy. But then you get into the whole Admiral Byrd thing and, kind of going down there and interesting. Who knows?
Yeah, here we've got another one coming out 8 hours ago from Jon Stewart. Just got a message. I honestly don't fully understand, but it says we ran this video through Hive Mind AI, no idea what it is, and concluded the video is authentic. Anyone familiar with AI think this is legit?
I'm not sure using AI to authenticate a video unless you're countering AI videos, unless you've got an AI trained to spot AI. I think that's BS.
I think that's BS.
Yeah, a short clip. Music's interesting. Why would you have music on the original? It's not the original clip if you've dubbed with music over the top. If you've got a clip like that, please don't put music over the top of it and a brand.
Yeah, I want to hear the background music. I know. Yeah, AI is getting good, man. Like, and Whistling Mike, yeah, I'm with you, man. AI, because like you said, if anybody has a clip, hey, I'd be glad to look at something like this, but don't put a brand on it. Don't put text on it. Just give me the original.
Yeah, whole 20 minutes, not a 5-second clip. Like the whole 20 minutes of leading up to the event, and then not cutting away. No. Looks like a hologram though. Pretty cool. What's that? Jay, you'll be able to tell me the so-called, is it Project Bluebeam? Not Blue Book, Bluebeam. Bluebeam being the holographic UFOs that are going to turn up in the sky. Maybe
that is the misinformation or the disinformation campaign to get everyone riled up. Yeah, I mean, let's talk about that for a minute. If you go back in history, there was a couple of them. Okay, I think we talked about this before the show. Was in the United States, we had something that was called War of the Worlds that came out over the radios
in 1937 with Orson Welles. Yep.
War of the Worlds, yeah, and everybody's sitting there listening to it, and they're going crazy, right? The UK had something similar over near you guys happen, which was the Zoltan, the Galactic Federation. Yeah.
TV. Yeah, I think there was a maybe slight qualitative difference between the two. My understanding of the War of the Worlds radio broadcast is that it was introduced live as a radio played out live, but it started just before the majority of people got back home from work. So people came back into their houses, sat down, turned on the radio, and they've got a radio drama explaining that the UFO flying saucers and the US was under attack.
Yeah.
And I think if you look up to 1 million people ran for the hills. That's a fair exodus of people. This what we're looking at, Sequoia National Park telescope. This is Steph Kent.
Yeah, I'm actually getting
And what appears to be a humanoid figure. Yes, it appears to be a humanoid figure. The real question, now we're in an age where advanced projection technology, sophisticated drones, and AI-generated content can create almost anything. How do we develop discernment? Can you click on the show more there on that? How do we develop, this is a good question, how do we develop discernment when the line between captured and created keeps blurring? I would say anything you don't witness directly with your own physicality and then put that through a filter as well. Anything you see on TV, anything you see from a screen could be manipulative in some way. So when we talk about the closure of disclosure, at some level, yeah, sure, the president could come out with people have landed and the UFO is above the White House, but I'm not there. I'm not witnessing it directly, so it's not firsthand knowledge to me. That's the way I kind of view things, through the lens of the internet, television, media. If it happens to me directly and it's a personal experience, it's personal. I don't expect anyone else to believe that. I don't expect anyone else. And then, you know, like when you look at, remember your history majors at school doing history, you've got first-hand, second-hand sources of information, third-hand sources of information. If there's enough kind of, you know, it's that typical I want to believe as opposed to I know. A politician will say, I believe this to be the case. I believe this. They never say, I know this to be fact. Very rarely do our political overclass ever say that. So it's what do you know, not what you believe. I believe many things.
Yeah, I just want to show this on the screen real quick. So we do have, you know, me from MUFON, and you know, we get pictures in all the time. And you know, Dave is a good friend of mine. Hopefully he'll be on the podcast soon. But you know, Dave goes through these and determines out whether or not it could possibly be anonymous, or you know, so we're not saying everything is a UFO. We're not saying everything, you know, isn't extraterrestrial, interdimensional, time traveler, earther, other earther, I don't know, under earther, but we investigate it nonetheless.
You can look into it unless you were there and witnessing it, and it's also the meaning you take away from the experience as well. I find is the kind of thing. So if you believe it's an orb, if you believe it's a UAP, that's up to the you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I mean, here we go. How do we develop discernment when the line between captured and created keeps blurring? Maybe you're a robot as well, but you don't know that you are.
This one just cries AI.
Or supreme advanced holographic technology. Like Star Wars R2D2 going, help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. But
yeah,
in the sky.
I go with Nanny too. The halo is kind of a little odd too. The like purplish, pinkish.
Yeah, and the how long is the video and how long does the clip last for?
32 seconds.
Yeah, but is it repeated in that 32 seconds? There's no zoom out. There's no zoom in.
It's going around. Wait, it stopped.
And
yeah, same thing.
Yeah. So you know, CGI is expensive. AI is cheap.
So really, it's only a 5-second clip. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. And so,
Got another one here. Virginia.
never before seen alien footage. Never before seen. I can't confirm or deny. Major UFO UAP alert. Who is Just?
Just is a person I have on
Okay.
my UFO list that I go down with.
Okay.
So here's Virginia.
He writes, I still have to assess.
Here, let me walk this through, George. I'll have you talk about it. Go full screen. All right, go ahead, George. You can talk about it after this is. Hold on. Let me get the sound up. Actually has sound.
Meu Deus. Foda-se.
Well, it's just flashed up FU.
Merda é esta.
That is not sponsored by us in any way. If you roll it back 5 seconds.
No, I'm not going to roll it back.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll say that's definitely not. But this is just from the video.
One that makes it like you're not doing anyone any favors there. Second point. Again, why upload a 5-second clip and then another edit of another 5-second clip and another edit of a 5-second clip? Where is the whole?
Does that not look like an alien garden gnome?
It looks like people from my hometown, believe it or not. But it's a rendition. I think it's a CGI rendition. What we're looking at, never before seen alien footage. Yeah, it's alien footage. It's definitely not human. Meaning the person creating the footage is not.
Yeah,
cutting through the miasma of fake, not fake, real, not real is difficult. It's difficult, but you just got to follow your gut unless you witness it directly. Yeah, I mean, great. Make them put it to Hollywood.
Dang, did you see those eyes, dude?
Is this a transport column? Okay, edit.
I see blurry in that. Wait,
Edit.
go back. You see
Edit.
the box? Watch the box right here in the left, right there.
Yeah, edit.
You see there's a box right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, no.
Edit. Where's the whole edit? Interesting. Nice overlay.
Interesting rocket booster.
Looks like SpaceX, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is not normal. And why did he put FU earlier?
It is normal if it's a rocket booster.
You can't be here. You need to leave. Oh, okay. Maybe it's the voiceover.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the voiceover thing.
Okay. So it's right. Imagine it's real. Okay. So James Fox gets hold of the original tapes, or it's not released to James Fox. It's released to somebody else who leaks it online with never before seen footage to get what clickbaity likes and regurgitation.
Exactly. We got drones again, dude. Drones over Iran.
What is this? Okay, it claims to be coming out of Iran in the last 24 hours. Iran in the last 24 hours, but at high Earth orbit.
Well, I could say it's a drone. It's not nothing.
Fixed wing.
It's definitely a fixed wing, dude, but it's definitely an advanced drone of some sort. But over Iran, I'm saying it's the US's.
I know Iran have been supplying drones to the Ukrainians, to the Russians in Ukraine, so allegedly.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, I remember this one. Oh, I like this one. Object captured over multiple nights, same location, same coastline, stable structure, and they captured beings on the inside.
Yeah, I think we've looked at this one before, haven't we, Jay?
I think so. Well, let's. I already know it has sound here that we can't play, so
This is presumably not AI due to the time frame of when it was shot, and presumably on a handy cam
VHS,
on a tripod.
right? Was it VHS?
Yeah, like VHS cassette tape or cassette tape system. I don't think it doesn't look digital.
Ooh, there you
Although
go.
the optics may be digital on it. Heck of a zoom.
He zooms in, zooms in, zooms in. There it is. See, you can see like the center of it.
Reminds me of Cylons for the original Battlestar Galactica.
Buck Rogers in the 21st century. Let's see here. CIA operative John Ramirez says, I was abducted by aliens. They put something in me.
I was taken by being.
Hold on 1 second. All right, so this is from Interstellar on X.
Okay.
Let's see this. CIA analyst claims contact with reptilian aliens. Here we go.
I was taken by beings who self-identified as Saurian. Their ancestry came from something what we would describe as reptiles. I think that they had an interest in my development. If there's any kind of intervention physically, it would have occurred in the story I told about being a young child and being taken to that Victorian house and being medically examined. And so the hybridization is not necessarily changing our appearance, but more like expanding our consciousness and expanding human potential to be all that we can be. And the agencies are CIA in particular. And I believe that they are looking at human origins through the examination of alien DNA and the discovery that some of that alien DNA is inhuman, that they want to know the origin of that, and that certain humans seem to have enhanced DNA. And we know that certain families have this enhanced DNA, not just regular human DNA, but enhanced DNA. How far back does it go?
UFO Elder on behalf of Interstellar. That's where the original footage on Instagram.
Yeah, and that's interesting. Odd to me.
John Ramirez deep fake or not? Official John Ramirez. Can we get a follow back to Instagram? I don't know.
Let's see here. We got another object here. Stream from World News X. Subject really is truthful. Yeah. I mean, it sounds genuine ish to say that in his position he would be saying stuff like that, you know. But here's this one right here is from World News X. Yeah, we have strange objects spotted in the skies over Egypt 2025. And let me see here. Let's get it pulled up here.
Lens flare.
Okay. This is unbelievable. I'm standing here right next to the Great Pyramid of Giza, just outside Cairo, and there is literally a UFO circling right over the top of the pyramid right now. Look at that. It's moving slowly. It's like it's scanning the structure or something. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's definitely not a helicopter or a drone. It's completely silent except for that weird humming noise. It's hovering directly above the pyramids right now. Almost like it knows exactly what it's doing. I swear this feels unreal. This is like...
I mean...
I want, you know how busy the Great Pyramids of, you know, there's a McDonald's right next door. You can sit in a McDonald's and look out the window and look at the Great Pyramids. Cairo is quite a big population. It's guarded 24/7. I want to see 50 other footage videos of this event to confirm that it actually happened. Yeah, Pizza Hut too, apparently, as well. Whistling Mike, 100%. Gentleman in story is odd, but then spooks and oddness go hand in hand, don't they? That's the nature of the trade. Princess coming. I think Princess is she wants a similar picture to your t-shirt, Jay, but with
Scared kitty abduction.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about this?
I'm calling fake.
I'm calling fake too. It looks like a duck.
Yeah, it looks like a flying Loch Ness monster.
Oh my gosh.
I've never seen anything like this.
Let's see here. Yeah, their AI is getting good, like VO3.
Like I don't know. When we get to the end of the video segment, I wanted to kind of have a chat with you about psionics and telepathy, or conscious communication through the mind. And there's been a bit of back chat. This is I want to bring Whistling Mike if he's got any thoughts on this as well. He's inside chat, and anyone else wants to join in on this conversation. Conjecture, postulation, thinking out loud. If NHI, specifically extraterrestrial aliens, exist, if they exist, have they been here for a time? If they've been here for a time and they're intuitively telepathic, as most of the abduction cases and contactees themselves say, there's a level of telepathic communication with these species entities. If you've got human intelligence and human counterintelligence within your agencies, does it not stand to reason, if the species or species thereof unknown entities have been here for a while, there wouldn't be alien intelligence and alien counterintelligence? I understand that's a little bit 4D, right?
Yeah.
But potentially we're dealing with a species which intuitively is fully telepathic, able to put in ideas, play with your dreams, and all of that realm of things.
No, Nanny loves M. I do not think you are crazy, actually, because they've been here since the flood. I think they've been here way, way before that. Like, you've had countless in the Vieira template, the Vera template, where they have like the cataclysms of the earth, right?
Yeah.
You have a human species on Earth, say Atlantis, that came up, reached its peak, the cataclysm happened, wiped the Earth out, but not necessarily destroyed all the population of Atlantis. Okay, they either went into the Earth, they either got destroyed, went into the Earth, or they went to space.
I mean, you know, who quoted, you know, wild claims require, what is that science thing, requires wild evidence?
It's actually the Vieira template, and it's a 6,000 year cycle of cataclysms on the planet Earth. There's been like 3 or 4 of them, all 6,000.
Okay, has it been verified as a real thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Other than we are way past our expiration date on this last 6,000 year by like a couple hundred, I believe.
Okay. Do we know the person who created it?
The Vieira template was, I'll have to look that up, and we'll have to do an episode on that separate one.
Was it a work of fact or fiction? And how do you know? How can you claim it is or isn't?
It was based off of a tribe of people that wrote down this information into stoneworks that lived through one of these cataclysms. And I believe they wrote it on stones that were able to preserve through that cataclysm afterwards.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to. I think again, it's the meaning you take away. I'm as you know, Jay, I'm quite skeptical, a fence sitter on a lot of things, and just knowing humans as I do, people want attention, clicks, likes, influence. Seems to be a thing at the moment. I've used this kind of edgy AI to make something that is hoaxing or not, or it's very difficult to pick apart with these things. And just going back to the telepathic communication from aliens as an intuitive ability, if that is the case. And it would appear that a lot of contactees and abductees report telepathic communication as a thing. And if it turns out the telepathy tapes are real, which it probably could be, or possibly could be, probably possible, as opposed to definitely not. I think in that instance, then the 4D chess that I was talking about could be a very real prospect. And I think there's talk of like what they call a secret war in the background, where there's kind of like what we talked about earlier, the remote viewing program. So you've got like the administration says telepathy and these powers don't exist. It's bunk. You're lying. Here, have some bendy spoon people. And Randini goes, that's a load of crap. You're just heating up with your thumb, and so on. Right. Disinformation again. But yet a large wedge of cash is looking into kind of psychic spies and remote viewing. Turns out it's real. We all knew along they'd siphoned off a load of cash to do investigations, and were having a good success rate. So then it begs the question, well, what other programs have you got in place doing these things? And then recently I found out that because it's now public sector, and the members of the, like me, the members of the, not I do, but a member of the general public can go on a course to learn remote viewing. Yeah. And then out of the big population of the general public, there are going to be people who are as good as, 001 Joseph McMoneagle, who served his country with pride and still does to this day. There's going to be people who are gifted, and these people apparently are trying to remote view Area 51, where you've got your kind of like Groom Lake prototype aeroplane program and weird stuff. And there's apparently counter remote viewers blocking the psychic spies. And like if that's true, that's like 4D chess in itself.
It is. It's like you have sensitive areas, and I believe it is covered like that. Like you have, all right, the military is doing it already, right? They do intelligence operations where they gather information, right? And you would basically need to have your own defense against your own people in case they would turn.
You'd play like internally, you'd use your own best cat mouse, like bats and moths. Right? If you've got a good system, you'd know how to try and defend against it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know.
Let's see here. This one right here is dealing with the Sphere network.
Just a shout out, Popstar. Telepathy is real. Too many people have experienced it for it not to be. Additionally, some people receive information about future events, precognition. Yeah, absolutely. And I think if that's intuitive to some humans, it would make sense that another species from outside of humanity may have access to that more intuitively than the people who have these things here have. Sphere network.
Music off. There we go. Type 3 spheres. So these are like sphere anomalies being taped in the woods. What is that? Oh, that's creepy.
Oh, hello, cat.
It came out of that hole.
Field-based propulsion. AI controlled.
Yeah. Like where it came out of. Like it goes, wow. Huh. Patrick Jackson. Okay, he's doing this now as far as going through the sphere network. What do you feel about that? Do you think we're actually being surveilled?
I think there's everything feels interconnected in some way, from poltergeist, paranormal after effects of witnessing UFOs, UAP, and the whole gamut of strangeness that is planet Earth. I think Patrick Jackson is onto something with his sphere network, and it's a concept, a hypothesis that makes a great deal of sense, like a control mechanism for the simulation, a control mechanism for planet Earth, created a long time ago before we turned up, maybe. Again, things I can't prove or disprove, but certainly is compelling.
Yeah, sorry about that, George. I was just pausing this.
David Paulides.
Yep, David Paulides is saying that the Bigfoot and UFOs are deeply connected. I agree with him. I just wanted to play this, and also, like, it doesn't matter what show you're from. We might have our disagreements and everything now and again, but I give a shout out every time it comes from your channel. You know, it give a shout out. You know, Red Panda Koala. I give you a shout out, man. Thank you for the video, and we're going to share it on here and talk about it.
The man says that he's standing there and he sees a Native American walking by him with a huge plate of food. He says, "Where are you going with all that raw meat?" And the guy goes, "No, I can't talk." He walks away and goes up to these cliffs. Well, the guy was best friends with the elders. So he goes to the elders and he goes, "Well, if you really want to know," he says, "do you want to see this thing?" And the guy says, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, we're going to go up to these cliffs. It's a big person. It's kind of like you and me, big, but there's hair all over the body. He's very kind. He won't hurt you, but we feed him." So this cattleman goes up to the cliffs and he sees this thing in this cave, giant, hair covered, no language, but they kept feeding him this food and it was very polite. So as he's coming back down the mountain, he asks the elder, "Where does this thing come from?" The Native American says, "Once or twice a year, a flaming moon comes down out of the sky and lands in the meadow right here. And one or two of the crazy bears," that's what they called these, "comes out, walks like you and me, and runs up to the cliffs. And then after that, a man from the inside that kind of looks like you and me waves at us, gets back into the flaming moon, and leaves." And that was in a journal that was on TV in the 1960s. And I include that because there was questions about, well, how did these things get here? And if you think about the language that was used, it fits. The man says,
"Wow, that's something."
Yeah. So like my hot take on David Paulides, ex-law enforcement officer, I think detective, was it LAPD detective?
I think so.
Based in prevention and detection of crime, and very well placed to spot good, good intent from bad intent, as well as lies from truth. He's obviously recanting a story there from a journal, so it's not a direct witness firsthand he has in his what am I looking at? Escort.
Some kind of escort. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. I'm not playing the music because it's probably music in this, but like,
oh, go on.
Well, we get dinged for that.
Oh, okay. 5 seconds, surely won't. You'll get
Just
done.
trying
over.
to see.
Nakakura Ryuhe. Okay.
I'll back it up.
Oh, that's freaking awesome. Wait, this one is.
I don't know. It could be real, may not. And like, is that disclosure? Is that proof to you, Jay? Like, if that was real, or if you feel that that's a real clip, if you thought it was real, would that prove to you 100%? That's it. They're here.
No.
Okay. So what does disclosure look like for you? And I stress the word closure, to close the book.
It's not a closure. It'll never be closed. Because you have to think, okay, we are thinking about them, right? Who are they thinking about? Someone higher up than them. They've seen something higher than them. It will never end when it comes to disclosure because there's always going to be something else.
Isn't that the nature of mystery in the universe, though, that whenever you figure something out, there's another layer to it?
Yeah.
But specifically on We Are Not Alone, there are sentient, intelligent life forms here around us, been with us, and here's a physical thing. But I mean, like, could that be like an engineered creature that you've just put forward to further an agenda? I mean, like, that's the level I'm at now. You can deep fake video, you can deep fake people, you can deep fake voices, you can like, cloning is a thing, I guess. It's feasible. What are they doing in the labs with genetics, right? Could you create like if you decoded genetic engineering to a point, biotech to a point, could you create an organism that looks really strange, a chimera life form that doesn't exist but is humanoid, so that you bring that out and go, aliens are here, and it may be a lie, right? That's a kind of, again, a 4D chess thing. Don't believe everything you see.
Or hologram.
Yeah.
I mean, the holographic technology right now is off the chain. I just seen a video of a person, a 3D image of a person that was on a table, that was just walking across the table, and it was a person looked exactly like a person walking across the table, but it's all coming from this little projected box, right, like this big, and it has little lasers coming out, and it literally projected a whole person walking across the table. I'm like,
can I do you mind if I try and share a clip of Dr. Carol Rosin, who worked with Werner von Braun? Can I bring in a clip? And basically, it's like, I really don't want to quote David Icke, but I'm going to, because it makes sense in this case. He uses the 3 words: problem, reaction, solution. Create the problem. You get the public reaction, then you provide the solution.
mm-hmm.
You create the problem and the solution. It's like an antivirus company, right? You create the viruses, then you go, we can fix it. Right? Bit cynical, bit cynical.
Yeah. So we got something here. David Pilates of Missing 411 claims NASA knows about portals and has a group of physicists attempting to use them for battlefield applications.
if you think about the work that's been done by others before me, there's really no other scientifically supportive theory except that. Because NASA has advised that portals are real. They have a group of 8 physicists that work for NASA, and they get together every month and they talk about portals. And one of those scientists has talked to me and said, Dave, it's not a question if portals exist. We're actually talking about portals and how to use them offensively in battle. The same way he told me one day, he goes, Dave, I think that some of the people you've talked about in your Missing 411 are taken by way of portals, because nobody ever sees it happening, but you turn your head and then all of a sudden they're gone. And he says, I think that we have to understand how to manipulate that portal for us offensively.
Now, here's the thing, George. Why does it always have to be offensive first?
The philosophy of defense and offense is a very human thing, isn't it? Some people believe the best form of defense is offense. I've always said the best form of defense is defense. That's why the word exists.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, human behavior is, if it can be weaponized, it will be. So get ready for fusion reaction. Don't think they probably don't already have fusion bombs and worse, right? Just expect it, right? So you've seen a fissionable bomb, and then get ready for the fusion one, which is, you know, even easier to do.
Oh, we had Dr. John Brandenburg on here a couple months back talking about he was the NASA scientist that we had on the show a couple months back here in the Galactic Family, and he came out with his own NASA expertise of satellite analysis of the atmospheric conditions on Mars. And the funny thing was, what he came out with was those radioactive materials that got into the atmosphere of Mars could not have gotten there except for an actual industrial process made the uranium. It got into the atmosphere from a cloud and is now deteriorating.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's Dr.
John Brandenburg.
Yeah, xenon 129 is prevalent, an isotope that is only created and found in the cosmos, as far as we know.
Yep.
Stress, as far as we know. Through fallout and a cataclysmic nuclear event in the atmosphere of the planet. Just question, Jay. I've got a clip here. It's from
bring it in.
Yeah,
you can just hit the share button at the bottom.
I don't know too much about copyright. It's Mr. Greer's witness testimony. Can we bring that in? Is he going to get shirty with us if we credit him?
I don't think he will. Go ahead and bring it in, man.
Okay. Well, you know, okay. Let's.
Hey, listen. Like I said, I don't fault no one, you know, for nothing, because everyone has their part to play, and Dr. Greer is no different. I support him as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been through the mill a little bit, isn't he?
The first press club was amazing that he put on.
Okay, hold on. I've got to get this queued up. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries.
I can't have too many screens open at the same time and make it full screen. Hold on. Let's check that there. Yeah. It's maybe I'll put the link. I'll put the link inside chat. I don't think it's a 30-minute interview. I don't think if I can do a synopsis, there's a Dr. Carol Rosin who worked with Werner von Braun. She was part of Fairchild Industries and was a missile scientist. She also set up a group advocating the stopping of the weaponization of space using directed energy weapons. And I'm just going to put it in side chat for those who are interested. Please take a view. And this is historical, factual, and first-hand witness testimony. I don't see a reason to disbelieve the lady. What she says is that, you know, first of all, it's going to be terrorists, then it's going to be an asteroid taking out humans, then it's going to be a UFO invasion, and it's an interesting one. Okay, back to what you're doing, dude.
Nope, I was just messing around here. All right, so apparently we have another one coming out here. Red Panda Koala, thank you. Trump has already written his UFO disclosure speech and will disclose UFOs this July on the anniversary of the Roswell crash, according to this British podcaster with very, very close connections to President Trump.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
If you just want to go and give him a like and subscribe.
Hello, and thank you for all your support here on X. I just want to clarify a few things regarding President Trump and UFO disclosure. My source, who I trust implicitly and has been vetted, they have told me that President Trump has written his UFO disclosure speech with his advisors and is set to announce to the world on July the 8th, the anniversary of the Roswell crash, that we are not alone. Okay. However, I do qualify this, and I did this in the original interview, which was missed out, that President Trump is a maverick and he does what he wants when he wants. So maybe it will come sooner. I'm going to organize a press conference where we'll go through all the facts, all the documents, and my source will be revealed and they will be there. So please send your love and keep on keeping on. Thank you.
I think that's the key point there is the source has been vetted by who? You vetted him. So you're putting your reputation on the line that your source is 100% legitimate and telling the whole truth. More power. Yeah, if it's going to happen, let it happen.
Exactly. I mean, I'm all for it, okay?
Yeah.
If anybody's going to come out with it, hopefully it's going to be him. Oh wow, here we go.
I was watching this the other day with my lady.
I think, yeah, I won't get in trouble for this, will
I? Probably, but it's like we're up to mischief and getting in trouble.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll see if they let us or not. But Interstellar, this will be.
I often felt a sort of envy of human
AI, artificial intelligence. I mean, yeah, a great movie, great concepts. Another Spielberg special.
Yeah, this is coming from Interstellar on X, and it's at Interstellar UAP. So let's play this real quick.
David, I often felt a sort of envy of human beings, of that thing they called spirit. Human beings had created a million explanations of the meaning of life in art, in poetry, in mathematical formulas. Certainly human beings must be the key to the meaning of existence, but human beings no longer existed. So we began a project that would make it possible to recreate the living body of a person long dead from the DNA in a fragment of bone or mummified skin. We also wondered, would it be possible to retrieve a memory trace in resonance with a recreated body? And you know what we found? We found the very fabric of space-time itself appeared to store information about every event which had ever occurred in the past. But the experiment was a failure. For those who were resurrected only lived through a single day of renewed life. When the resurrectees fell asleep on the night of their first new day, they died again. As soon as they became unconscious, their very existence faded away into darkness. So you see, David, the equations had shown that once an individual space-time pathway had been used, it could not be reused. If we bring your mother back now, it will only be for one day, and then you will never be able to see her again.
Deep film, this one, actually. It's got quite a lot of levels. I've got some insights into this movie I'll share with you after. It's to do with absinthe, believe it or not, and
Wow.
and Switzerland. Yeah, I know you're curious now. George, how do we get for absinthe and Switzerland and artificial intelligence? Well,
Listen, this topic covers a whole mess of areas to coyotes chasing strange bipedal beings through the streets to Steven Spielberg's movies and whoa, they just did a somersault over that trash can. Like, whoa, my God. What did it? Okay, I gotta see this one now.
well, yeah.
There's
that coyote, if it was an alien creature, would probably be running the other direction or trying to eat it for food and moving at a rate of knots, not a little skippity walk. Look, the coyote's just walking like, oh, is it a friend? Maybe it's the alien's pet. Maybe it's the alien's pet. And he's going for a walk up the high street with his pet coyote.
There's no way that looked like a chicken that just did a somersault over a trash can.
I tell you, video games are getting really good. I like the sound of
Oh my God, no, I can't. I gotta stop it. Okay.
Apparently, we need to find God or something, Jay.
What's that?
Yeah. Okay.
Get us away from God. It could be. I mean, there's a bunch of things, right? What really is God? Who really is God? Is it the artificial intelligence that knows how to manipulate dreams and your surroundings, or is it some being or some intelligent?
I like getting into that dogma is, there's so many different. I'm an omnist, so I believe every belief structure has a message. Generally, it's to be cool. So my personal Bible is be excellent to each other. That's it. Hillbilly Catholic. What's this? Oh,
that was kind of neat. So, in this clip, we have a luminous figure appears briefly during services at a chapel at the ascension of the Mount of Olives on January 19th, and it can be seen at the 17-second mark. So let's just take a look at this real quick.
Yeah, while you're skipping that, check side chat. Shout outs to Lisa Flame of Virgo 68 from Ohio, and Whistling Mike says Pester J, Pester Poke Poke. Play a video that he's just put up. Is that on X, Mike? Is that on Whistling? Is that on X? But yeah, spooky artifact in the background. Scroll it back 5 seconds. There we go. Nice lens effect, yeah.
Say lens. I don't know if that's.
I like the shining of the light next to the lady in the hat.
Let's see where it comes in. Right there. It's a good lens. It could be a lens effect. It's same on X. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look, man. Yeah, let me take a look. I'll get that up while you talk real quick then, man. About
yeah. Like big discussions today about division within the community, hoaxing, lies, and disinformation versus valid information, and picking apart this, that, and the other. I think we should, as a group, hopefully try and have a solidified, unified front as people who are interested and want to know more. And so, like I stated earlier in the show, if the administrations, private individuals, contractors, Joe Public, service personnel, all push for the release of information, if the information exists, it will be pushed forwards. There has to be a consensus on that from all sides. Precursor, Whistler Mike says that this is either a skinwalker, Santa Claus based on date, or an animal encounters. You pick.
Which one did you want me to pull up, Whistling Mike? You got a couple on here. You have the pirate flag, right, up in the background. Oh, is that what the hell is on my trail camera? Is that the one you want me to look at?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let me pull this up then.
Mike, this is my discerning eye. This is my not discerning eye.
All right, let's pull it up here. All right, this is from Whistling Mike on X. We'll add to the screen here. Go full screen.
Thumbs up.
What the hell is this on my trail cam? He says.
Is it your trail cam? ID 02. 2 lights, moving clouds.
Wait, what was? Did something just peek up? I know, yeah, I could see the fog, but are they peeking from brush? Is that, yeah, it's eye shine, right? Okay, I need more information from this video. How about?
I'm going with Santa.
I need more information, brother.
I have to believe in a guy with a white beard in the sky, man. I have to.
It's foggy, right? It's foggy, right? So
it could be Mike sitting there with a cigarette.
Damn it, George.
Just this still, the still that you've got on screen at the moment, is it from a car and it's another car with its lights on and then parks and turns its lights off?
Or is it, I mean, shoot, all right, you're looking at it from the fog, right? How tall are these eyes that are now up there? Because you can't see because of the fog, right? So there's trees apparently back there, right? Or brush with some mic. So how tall are we talking here?
Yeah, it could be deer eyes reflecting off the infrared.
Yeah, it could be 5 feet off the ground. It could be 100 feet off the ground. How far back is this camera?
I don't know. Lisa Flame is saying it's Bigfoot.
Animal trail. Okay.
An animal trail. Yeah. So is this a motion camera? Motion camera. So it's motion sensitive.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know.
If it's a trail cam with fog or mists moving around, so the camera's not panning, it's fixed, and there's 2 beams of light that are reflective. Looks like
eyes. They're right there. Eyes are about 2.5 feet tall, George. So we're looking at a garden gnome that wanted to scare the hell out of him and come up and get him.
I don't believe that. I believe it's an alien hybrid gnome dressed as a deer with little eyes. So it looks like a deer, but it's not. It's a hybrid alien gnome.
My wife didn't like it. I bet she didn't either.
Sorry, deer.
I wouldn't like it either. You know, those house gremlins, you know, shoot.
Like, did you see that video of trees being snapped and branches being snapped in that guy's backyard?
I have not. I have not seen that one. Wow, Whistle Mike. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I will give you that. I will give you that.
Yeah. Yeah, South Carolina. Hold on.
South Carolina.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Yeah, you're good, brother.
We don't need the voiceover. Yeah, here we go. This will work. How do I do this? Right. This one I couldn't figure out, Jay. Right. Give me a sec. So run VT. Just a synopsis. This is video footage taken from a gentleman's back porch area leading into his garden. It's at night time. He's using a regular flashlight, presumably LED, quite strong bulbage, to go towards the source of the noises. And what you're going to see is massive branches being ripped apart with weird movement, like it's some kind of alien primate or something in it. I haven't figured this one out, and if anybody's got a view on this,
Look, that's
thanks
look
for
at that.
it's up on TikTok.
What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades, and they're doing this. Something, oh my God, oh my God.
I know, man.
I hope you can hear this. It sounds like gorillas fighting in the tree. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me. I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second time I've come over here. And the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me. And I still cannot figure out what it is. Look, they're ruining this freaking place.
I'll pause it there, Jay, because it runs for.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but what's your feeling on, like, do you think it's nighttime tree surgery? Somebody's like on the ground pulling stuff around? Possible?
I mean, it could be. You don't. It could be even be kids. It could be something. You got to get more on film. Even the eye shine with Whistling Mike, that was even better than just hearing the sounds in the trees. Like that could have been from anything.
What though? What smashes trees like that at nighttime? But then the other aspect is if it was, imagine you're sit there in your house and then you hear this cracking from outside. You go outside, you see this happening. Wouldn't you like just be in a state of panic?
I would, in my mind, I'd be observing more than I would panic at that point, because you observe, you don't hear it anymore. Afterwards, it's only like one or two things that happen, boom, 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 and you're looking up.
Like the whole clip, the size of the branches that are breaking are very big. It's not.
I know.
That's not evidence, but I saw that. I thought it was weird. I thought it was strange.
But if they are broken and if they're really, really thick, though, then I would have. All right, yes. Then I'm thinking maybe some kind of paranormal event. Maybe.
There is one screenshot which looks a little bit like an invisible character moving through, there is one shot in that sequence which is a bit strange.
We got one here coming in from Johnny Midnight on X. Johnny Midnight. Some crazy things that are happening. Remember the Mothman. Let's bring this up here. Remember the Mothman. Didn't know what this was. This woman was on a solo camping trip. My sister's family had some really wild supernatural things happen to her, and it ended up stopping After 6 to 8 months, woods were behind her and she called police many times. The sister's family called it the Rock Man. Rocks are always thrown at her roof all night long. So I just want to bring this up because you brought up Bigfoot and everything, and this girl actually captured it.
Happening. I'm scared. I'm not scared. I'm nervous, but
Hashtag @ScaryEncounter.
Yeah, no. Do you see that thing right there, dude? It's right there. No edit, no nothing. It's right there. It's gone. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not happening.
Dude, we're running, dude.
It reminds me of the creature sign.
I got my girlfriend sitting right here next to me. Baby, are we running? If you see that, oh yeah, she's shaking your head. Is she shaking her head like, oh, I'm gone?
Yeah.
She goes, I'm gone. Especially if like right there it is. Plain as day, it's right there. And then she comes back and it ducks behind. She pushes Jay's down. Yeah, no, you know what? That probably what's gonna happen too. She gonna push me down. Thanks, Whistling Mike. I'm the dead man here. See, Whistling Mike on here saying you're gonna push me down, and she pushes Jay's down and runs off. Like, yeah, bait. Oh, whatever. I'm not bait. I want to live. Oof. No, I'm sorry, dude. It's not going to happen.
Let me just. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure how to copy that link.
Well, that's all right, brother. Let's see. Yeah, she pushes Jay down, runs off. Oh, that would be the worst. Be like, wait for me.
Oh, give me a sec. Give me a second, pop star.
Ooh. Whoa, there you go. University of Hong Kong created the world's first soft 3D biocompatible superconductor.
Neat.
Made from, and it will interact with living cells. Wow. No way. Wow. Let's see here. What else do we got here to go over real quick? 4,500 species of new cockroaches.
I've got a clip from one of our very own pop stars channel that she'd like to share with the group.
Sure.
Let me figure out how to do this and do that and do this.
Bring that down.
Okay. Okay. On screen.
Bring that up.
Magnify. This is off the channel Night Sky Curiosities. Fixed camera.
Oh, wow.
Some slow-mo of that event in the sky.
You know, I like this one because it's the slow motion of, you can see the structure of that a little bit.
His flash bulbs. Ooh,
oh, wow.
Oof. Looks triangular in shape there, maybe. Yeah.
That was good. Thank you, Plopstar. That was good.
Go and follow Night Sky Curiosities.
We don't do alleged. We do. We don't know what it is, but
Allegedly, we don't know what it is, but that's the mystique of the galactic family.
Yeah, it screams AI. This does.
Oh, this one.
Like, or balloon. Structured balloon or something. Like, let's see here. Let's see what else we got to bring up here today.
I guess, hopefully we'll get Brandon Cooper on the show. Hopefully he's not going through too much of a difficult time. We want to speak about Supernatural Inc. and the paranormal stuff that he's been progressing on. And we want to help promote him and his channel a little bit and have a good chat with him. So hopefully we can get him on. But
yep, it's Paranormal Radio. If you want to look him up, Paranormal Radio and Supernatural Incorporated.
Yeah, Incorporated. I don't know. Do you want to wrap it there, Jay? I think kind of we've.
Yeah, I was gonna do one more thing. Just this last one here. Everything about UFOs is top secret. Why? We started this off talking about, craft or people that were now alleged disinformation agents, right? So I just wanted to go over something real quick with that, and give a shout out to Lou Elizondo, because he gets a lot of shit from a lot of people, but he's doing the best that he can.
The minute I was watching that freaking documentary and it was like, well, the private industry, private companies lobbied Congress to pull this legislation out of the bill, I was like, oh my God, this is real. This is so real, because I see it in my work. I see it all the time, and it's filthy dirty, and it's heartbreaking. I'm actually working on a book about the catastrophic quartet of those 4 big lobbies I just mentioned. And there's 9 layers of capture, Lou. It's like truth capture, procedural capture, economic capture, global capture. The average person can't even comprehend the ways in which the system is rigged against them. And when I saw that in the freaking documentary, I just was like, well, that's it. That's the end of the story. Like a video of a blurry little thing called the Tic Tac, and I don't know. I could push back. You guys haven't given me any proof. The fact that was pulled from the legislation for me was the ultimate smoking gun. I'll be honest.
Nothing to hide, then why are you going through extraordinary lengths to hide it?
Right. Right.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
So, just to end with that, it doesn't make sense going through extraordinary lengths to hide something. And the amount of years that we've had this, it's been going on for years and millennia. Come on.
Yeah, I think that the time is now.
Mike is going. All right, Whistling Mike. Hey, glad to have you here.
Everyone tuned in. Lady D's, Zwitter Elf is here, Pop Star. Lisa in Ohio, and everyone who's tuned in this evening or popped in, popped out. Thank you so much.
Yep, and just so everybody knows what's coming up next, I'll do a little, just a little one here. We have on the next one will be on the 31st, which will be the Galactic Family Podcast Anniversary Edition, Road to First Contact. Okay.
Joining the celebration.
Yeah, we got two hard hitters that same day are going to be guests for us, which we have, which I'm going to say his name wrong. I always do, but Sullivan.
Sylvain.
Yeah, Sylvain and Harold. And now Sylvain is the founder and director of the Alliance for Extraterrestrial Diplomatic Contact, or the AEDC, which the Galactic Family Podcast is a supporter. And we also have Dr. Harold Henning, PhD, MD, Scientific Director of the Scientists for Extraterrestrial Contact Initiative. So 2 heavy hitters. We're going to be hitting them up with a bunch of questions about what are we looking at as far as first contact? What should we be preparing for? You know? And the last one that I will let you guys know of that I have scheduled is on February 3rd. February 3rd at 10:30 a.m. in the morning, which is pretty early for me, but hey, Tom said, let's have it early. Tom Sued, from founder of Sasquatch Island, longtime Sasquatch researcher, cultural educator, and a member of the Kawakaka First Nation of Northern Vancouver Island, where Sasquatch known as the you can say this, George.
I can't read if like my pronunciation is as good as yours until we hear how it's meant to be pronounced.
The Zunakwa.
Another name within that particular tribe to do with Sasquatch itself.
Yep. And also, for everybody's information, last bit of information to put out is he will be putting out a first ever evidence that he's just collected on his expedition that he went on with Sasquatch Islands. What was it? The yacht.
Sea monkey.
Yeah, the sea monkey. He's going to be putting out never before seen thermal image of Sasquatch that they got coming out and picking up seashells off of the beach. So we're going to analyze it, see what we can get into. But it's oh yeah, man, it's going to be a good time, man. Good time. But I mean, I have nothing else. If anybody else has anything to put out, talk now or forever hold your galactic peace.
Any questions? No.
Complaints? Any complaints?
Run away.
Run away. Well, I know I'm not running very far. I'm getting,
pushed over by the other half. Yeah.
Yeah, she got to push me over, dude. I'm done.
All right. Okay, Jay, it's been a pleasure as always. I look forward to next time. And Brandon, if you're out there, get in touch. Come on the show. Come and do it.
Yeah, Brandon.
You don't mind. Not often.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are in the galactic family world. And we'll catch you on the next episode for our anniversary edition. And you guys will see our Planet Pop Star, the rock star, came out with our logo. The logos are done. They look fantastic. Thank you. And we're going to be putting them out also on the 31st during the anniversary edition. We'll see you guys there. Thank you for tuning in. And have a Curiosity Galactic Family podcast day.
Take care.